Iratus, Lord of the Dead is a hardcore tactical roguelike. Nice. You will need to play smart. Oh, well, guys, this is gonna be interesting. So real quick, Iratus is in full release as of today, April 23rd, on Steam, and when you look at the reviews, they are very positive. Good things are waiting for us. Or terribly bad undead things that are also good. And if you want to check it out, click the link in the video description below. And thank you to Datalick Entertainment for sponsoring this video. Now, without further ado, evil has returned, and I play as a necromancer raising an army of the dead, the undead. I never really know how to talk about what is dead, because is what is dead may never die? Is I English? So basically, I'm breaking out of my tomb, and I must defeat the miners that are around me, and I'm going to go from the deepest dungeons, some might say they're dark, all the way up to the overworld to overcome and defeat humanity. Well, I've got some pretty dark and brooding eyes and some tattoos, so I feel like college girls would love me. But it's time to create my army of the undead before we go to start what will hopefully be our domination and not our own downfall. Oh, look at this. I craft minions by using the body parts of those I defeat in battle. Oh god. And the parts are legendary. I wonder what a legendary torso would be. Ooh, I want a Dark Knight. I'm crafting one of these guys. He looks pretty freaking glorious with his spiked helmet. So basically I've got a banshee, 2 skeletons who are spooky scary. And now it is time to go to the dungeon map. Look at this. See, we start in the depths and we have to work our way up to the top. And then, presumably, across this map. Wait, so there were deep riches beneath the castle. Do you think they called it a mine? I mean, the dwarves were there. All right, so here we are in the dungeons. And it looks like we're gonna be dealing with basically the criminals and degenerates that the people at the top, there's always someone at the top of the pyramid, keeping us down. Oh my god, look at how freaking cool. Okay, so there is an attack order for all of us. Now, here's my Dark Knight. It shows all of their statistics. They've got abilities, stats, all of that good stuff that you're gonna want to learn. But at the beginning, I think it's pretty straightforward. Let's just destroy our enemies, shall we? So, of the skills that I have, let's see. This guy's the weakest. I mean, he's also got the least amount of damage, and then there's this Taskmaster, which probably will do some buffs. When the Taskmaster dies, his allies recover 30 sanity, so we want to keep him alive the longest, because sanity is the mechanic that will, well, it can be used to work for us, right? So let's go ahead and attack this dude with what's known as an unassuming strike. Okay, well, that's too bad. Now we can show him his place. Oh, shield bash, and we knocked the dude out. He basically evaporated into the immaterium here, and all of his body parts are now fuel for me to build an army. I mean, I am a necromancer lord after all, right? So now it's my banshee. This guy does the more damage. The miner does, if you'll look in the lower right hand corner. He does 8 to 12. Taskmaster's only 4 to 8. So we're gonna target him. Oh my god, I need to turn my volume down. That shriek was violent. Now we get to deal with the Dark Knight, and he does some stress attacks, and he supports. Well, my attacks aren't very strong, even though I've got the biggest sword out there. Apparently size doesn't matter after all. Oh, he just slapped both my dudes with a whip. Now things are getting a little out of hand. You know what? This guy's got no buffs, so I feel like we should show them their place. It'd be kind of cool if we could push them into each other, but we push them in the back, which I'm not entirely sure if that's like the wisest thing to do. I'm not sure how the order truly affects it other than stress. Basically, if you stress someone out so much and they're in the back, I have an ability here which will cause them to basically run in terror away from battle, so I don't even have to kill them all. So let's do some stress attack to this guy. He's using a mining pickaxe on me. Ooh, here we go. Let's use our unfeeling emotional aggression and kill that man. Feed the void one by one, man. Ooh, armor is absorbed. Okay, well that does make sense. Visually, we look like we've got some pretty powerful armor. This dude just blocked it with what? You don't even have a shield, man. There you go. You can't block that. And we got a critical hit, causing stress, which is the purple bar under the red bar. Red bar is obviously their health. Smite that man. So we've almost won here. He's still whipping us up a bit, but you can see that only one of my skeletons here is really bothered by it. After all, he is dead. But they did say at the beginning that just because our warriors are dead already doesn't mean we should be so wanton and negligent in commanding them to the point where we lose them, because they will be sorely missed. And let's go ahead and cleave that man in two. Take his body. Ooh, so what did we get? We definitely got some parts and artifacts. Brains. Ooh, so we can basically take the brains out of those we destroy in combat and put them into our undead zombies. Oh yeah, we got some dust. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but hearts? Kalema. So let's see. Let's go look at our artifacts here. This kind of reminds me of Diablo. Like, look at this. I love this. And Diablo, I say that because it was the first one. The first RPG that I ever really played. Diablo 2, anyway. So we're gonna enhance our overall Necromancer, which presumably will affect our army by giving us this scroll of the Skullfall. I almost thought that said Skullface, and I was going to laugh, but alas. Death isn't as humorous as I may have wanted it to be. If I give blood to them, will that heal them? I guess one of the things we could do is go to Craft a Creation here and find some news. We've got a Bride of Iratus, and we've got a Wraith. Now, the Bride has a bow. So we do have all that is necessary to bring them into battle. I wonder why those were from your younger years, Iratus. Let's just say that with her, you know, choice of apparel, nowadays she could probably be an Instagram influencer. Now, what do? We've got to deal with some cultists. We can deal with some steel. There's a grave over here. There's all these manners of things. And look at that. Random consumables or minion-specific items. So we have a little bit of a branching point here. Let's go back to the map here and... oh my goodness. So I'm tempted to go fight another battle. There's 4 of them. Over here there's 4 as well. So either way we go, we will encounter combat. We can raise the level of our minions, or we can go see the cultists to be gifted with random consumables or minion specific items. I feel like this one could be good. All right, choose a battle squad. Let's move everybody over, and we will move battle squad 1 into position. Gentlemen, you may fight. I guess we can craft multiple squads, which is pretty cool. Choose who will be trained. XP for minions or XP for Iratus? I'm gonna choose me. That wasn't too hard. It's like, hey man, who do you want to eat this delicious cheeseburger? I'm like, bro, who do you think? Who do you think? All right, so this is what? 2 miners and some kind of weirdos down here, prisoners. Oh, he just whipped that man. Dude, that guy's got a spear and a shield. How come he didn't show up on the radar? Who is this man? And who invited him? He's a guard. He's got 75 freaking health and he does a ton of damage. These 2 guys are chumps. Wow, this guy's gonna take a while. So, since I'm gonna be fighting with my skeleton first, I'm gonna go ahead and do a smite attack on... let's take the easy guy out first. I mean, that 19 health is pretty much a little over half of what he's got. His vigor. He's got rather strong sanity, doesn't he? This guy does not. We should target this guy for some, hey man, you want to give up? Ignition deals 16 to 20 damage, and basically, since it's kind of like that bluish teal, I believe that it will cause damage over time. So, if that is the case, let's light that man on fire. His pants are firing. They're burning. Firing is the verb, right? Okay, so he's got the flames of love going on in his pants. That's a little awkward. And his whip is plus 20 accuracy. Because, well, since he was whipped. So the man was whipped, and now his pants are on fire. Can we get an idea of, you know, a little bit about his personality from that? I think we can. Now, since this guy has the lowest sanity of the bunch, we're gonna use our stress attacks on him. Absorb their fear. Ooh, let's go ahead and buff everybody. Everybody gets buffed. Except for my skeleton, who's immune to it, probably because he's dead and he's got no personality. A heartless slash. It's so cruel out here. And then we can do a hollow stare. Basically, staring at somebody, we can cause them to go, what, go insane? Oh, dude, he's got 3 sanity left. Not this guy who just threw a hammer at my my archer bride here. Hold the line, and by that I mean he's gonna be running away. Oh god, they put a trap at my feet. Oh, it's a big old bear trap. I hate getting my hands dirty. Let's smite this idiot. Yes! Beautiful. Now we can ignite the man's pants again, or we can ignite this dude's pants. But he's got some buffs here, and we don't want them to ally sanity until we deal with this guy. So let's go ahead and... Ooh, inflicts a critical hit. The Rose of the Lady. What is this, Bretonia? Oh my goodness! Yeah, you see that guy? How he blocked that? Yeah, we don't like when they block our stuff. Oh god. He just stabbed through the hole in my armor with his long spear, which I wasn't very much of a fan of. So let's try to finish him off here. Ooh, getting buff from that whip, son. And it just raised his health. I mean, we've been working so hard. Look at all the... I just realized that my skeleton has all these arrows in him. So I'm thinking what we want to do is do the skull face scroll here. Because it's going to deal 12 magic damage to all enemies and set them on fire. How's that, guys? You like that? We lit 2 of them on fire. This guy is resistant to all manner of our shenanigans. But we do have a chest piercer, which would be wasted on these 2 idiots. And a critical hit does significant damage, but I don't feel like this guy's opened up yet. These are still early days. So we're gonna stand in Overwatch. Yeah, come on. Move. All right, he moved. They definitely moved. That guy just died via the fire. I feel really bad for this guy. He's just getting absolute harassed. That guy tried to move and our Overwatch stance just destroyed him. So let's go ahead and try to finally start dealing with him. He's lost his protection now. And now we have our unassuming strike. Now that his ability to block is gone, the man is covered in blood. He doesn't look like he's having a great time. So it's the perfect opportunity now to use our chest piercer attack. Which is like, I think, our best attack for our bride here. And oh my god, the dude's sitting on 1 health. Come on, man. Can't someone finish him off? Dread Knight. The Dark Knight rises. Goodbye. So, second battle, doing pretty good. Although, we've suffered a fair amount of damage, but we're getting lots of pieces, so at least we can construct new people. Now, I'm pretty certain that I want to upgrade my alchemy because it affects my minions, and they're gonna be the ones fighting, and, you know, I've never been much for reading. So let's see, what units haven't we checked out? We have not built a zombie yet, and it does seem that we do have enough pieces here to produce quite a few of them. They also have quite a bit of health. Oh, this guy's got a freaking cannon. Oh my god, yes. Okay, so let's go ahead and craft a few more and send out a new squad now. If we've got a cannon zombie who does quite a bit of damage, and then one of these, we probably want a few more people who are in good support. So a Wraith would be interesting. We're still learning the roles of everybody. And then I'm thinking, I did enjoy... I feel like the Dark Knight is kind of like the tankier unit. So we'll craft him. And I believe that I should be able to send my squads on different tasks. No, we still go this way. Okay. And we can't go backwards. So we're going to choose a battle squad 2. I choose you. A mythical chest is containing many a mythical bit of artifacts. What do we get? What do we get? What do we got? What do we got? Oh, I've got a hook. A hoop of fear. And the ring of terror. Now, I only get to choose one of these. I like this. Whenever an enemy moves, they receive 8 physical damage and 8 stress. I don't know why my hook does that, but it does. And I'm happy that it does. So let's move our second squad into position. Oh god, he's got a sinister strike stance. Which means at the beginning of the next turn, we'll deal 195%? Well, the man's got 55 health. Let's try to destroy him, or at least try to take away that stance, if at all possible. Interrupt stances. Well, well, well. Isn't that just freaking perfect? How's that, Jimbo? I just shield pushed you to the back of the line. Aw. Well, I guess if they're in the back, I can't attack them. This guy's just as weak. Bring in the big sword. Yeah, the big one. The one that looks like it does a lot of damage. Oh, you want to do that? Oh, man, if I had 2 skeletons here, I could push them both back and interrupt those stances. Oh, they can't move during their next turn. That seems a pretty good way of interrupting this Sinister Strike stance. Oh my god. That not only did some debuffs, but Cold Grasp, unable to move. Oh, you know what? It's not that he's unable to attack. He's just unable to move to, like, the positioning in the line, unfortunately. Ooh, let's buff this guy. 100% damage for the next attack. I'm loading my big boomstick, governor. I don't know why he has to have a terrible British accent. An unassuming strike should be able to knock this guy out, so... Okay, not if we miss. Not if we miss. Oh, God. Well, that's not too much damage. They attacked my strongest warriors, except for that guy. He's pretty much dead. Cleave his head clean off. Now, this does damage to the dude and the guy directly behind him. So, of course, we're gonna miss that guy. Dude, this is awesome. All right, we're gonna set up the bombard here. I love how he's got, like, this meat cleaver sticking out of his chest. 1 year off his sentence, so this guy's definitely what? He's a conscript. They were conscripted because, well, they broke the law. And that's bad. All right, smite that man. Unfortunately, he did have a block. We did have to get rid of it. He's got some ghost flames going on. I'll curse you both. Ooh, you did not like that. 75% chance to attack an ally? Oh my God, I want that to happen. Oh, look at this. He's got his cannon ready and he was like, yeah, it's my big boomstick. I'm very proud of it. Ooh, some pretty hefty damage. Yeah, I think it's wise to have a unit that we try to use as our main attraction in terms of attracting the enemy attacking power. Where'd you get this fancy jewelry, Mr. Conscript? You seem more like a cultist to me. Ooh, 16 damage is definitely what we're talking about. Oh, you're gonna stab the guy with the big cannon? That's bad because he's probably gonna want to shoot you next. All opponents randomly swap positions. So basically you have 5 abilities and 1 ultimate. So I'm gonna do removes all buffs. They do have some buffs, so let's get rid of that. And the cannon goes off and destroys everybody. Oh man, that cannon guy is freaking awesome. So as you can see, the skeleton seems to have achieved most of the enemy's attentions. And they do heal over time, so by giving them a little bit of a reprieve, seems to be pretty good. Now Mrs. Banshee gets to upgrade. And basically by evolving them, they can level up. They can use higher quality parts. So we're gonna give her some of the brains. And she just got 6 IQ from pretty much like being a Neanderthal to now. I'm sure she can communicate using hand signals. And now we gotta kind of choose, you know, which path do we really want to go in. So we've got 2 skill points to use. Now I really like this one. The Deafening Wail gives a buff to increase our attack damage. And then all enemies losing attack for the next action. Sounds pretty fantastic. So we definitely want to get more brains then. Now I'm thinking one of the things we could try to do is alter who we're setting into the next battle here. Keeping our squad in a premier situation. Now we can fight 2 armed guards. Or we can go for the Soul Spring, where one can collect souls. We'll send the weakened squad in. I think that's hilarious. The dudes with the whips are whipping each other as well. All right, so let's do the Deafening Wail, where all of these guys are gonna get plus 14 except for the skeleton because he doesn't get buffed. I need to slowly but surely use my intelligence. Maybe I'll eat some more brains so that I get smarter in the game too. So who's the target of opportunity? They all have a ton of health. And some of these taskmasters, this guy's got the buff. Yeah, the miners were buffed and given shields, it looks like. Or maybe they just had them at well. So let's go ahead and push this dude back. They're clearly trying to order them in such a way. So we'll target the guys that have less sanity, because they're greater targets. And you put a bear trap around a ghost, but apparently it works. Yes! We made him insanity, so he's got a 75% chance that he would attack his own teammate. I love it. Oh, yes. And we're giving them this Ghostly Flames, which does the stress-like damage, which is why their purple bar is a little bit lower. Let's go for a little bit of insanity this time, shall we? Yes. Loses all the blocks. This guy's got a chance of doing betrayal, and they're both affected by this stuff. And they're losing resistance and armor. Yes, this is some good stuff. We're kind of advancing the way that we target and attack our enemies here. I guess this Lord of the Dead thing is starting to grow on me. I just realized this guy's got candles on his head. That's awesome. So I'm definitely going to continue targeting the stress attacks. Now, if they're at the back, they have a chance of leaving, so we can try to move them to a random position with this screen. So that gives us a 1 in 3 chance. Well, we were getting a little closer. And we'll continue to curse them. Skeleton's really starting to take a beating here. Yes! Oh, he attacked the guy. He didn't do a whole lot of damage, but at least he swung the pickaxe a little bit. So let's see. Oh, one guy just went insane and just left. Dang, man, but that whip being able to hit 2 people, really starting to build up, and the skeleton's almost dead. All right, they have done an absolute number of attacks on us. Oh, beautiful. Okay, they're slowly getting their sanity back, which is strange. I guess that does happen when one of these guys dies. He just has a semblance of sanity left. 6 out of 120. That's like, what, 0.5%? So we'll eliminate that dude, and we've just got this guy who's like, oh, thanks for getting rid of my boss, man. Now I can be a little bit happier here on your job. But your job is literally to mine with a pickaxe that's chained to your hand, and now you're fighting army of undead. I don't see why that would make you happier. I guess less whipping? Yes! Critical hit with the spooky hands from under the ground. But my goodness, did we not take a ton of damage. We've got a bunch of souls, though. If we go to the creation pit, we could craft an entire new army, and there's a bunch. Look, get a minion to level 5 and we unlock the money. Slay 60 enemies and we get the Lich. A headhunter, defeat any 2 bosses. So this is kind of one of those that increases the replayability of the game, which I do enjoy. Turn 3 enemies into vampires and you get a vampire? How do we turn one of them into a vampire? Now we've got a battle coming up, so squad number 1. Get prepared! It looks like we've got a new type of enemy here. No, it's just a combination of all of the units that we have seen so far, so let's test our skills at it. And obviously, let me know if you guys want to see more Iratus, Lord of the Dead. The miner actually does the most damage, which seems a bit strange. He's also got a buff there, so I gotta be careful not to use an arrow and have it be wasted on him. He does have the lowest sanity, so we could target him for that. And the man's pants are on fire. Now what we're gonna need to do is get big old zombie. It's like the zombie, I guess, has the cannon because he's capable of carrying it given his brawn, and he almost kind of looks like Frankenstein, doesn't he? So I guess what we'll try to do is just target one of these guys down. Let's load that puppy up, man. I'm gonna need you to bombard everybody. Ooh, a defensive stance, I like the fire, dude. This guy's almost dead. Oh my god, and I'm glad so, because he's able to use his spear and stab 2 of us. What's this debuff? Oh, minus 30% accuracy on the archer who needs the accuracy? All right, next turn, this guy gets to fire 4 times. I'm ready for it. Ooh, and if their next action, let's go ahead and buff everybody here then. Because this guy should be able to do quite a bit next time. Luckily, that debuff didn't affect my accuracy to the point where we did miss. We just had a chance of missing. This guy's almost dead. Ooh. Oh, come on. Critical hit of 9? I mean, I guess that's relatively weak. Their sanity's going up. And there's the cannon going off. We eliminated 1 and 1 is on the ropes. Let's go ahead and do a cannonball of 112 to 120 damage. Oh my gosh. You get a cannon. That was freaking awesome. Oh, hey, I need that zombie. So zombies are really freaking awesome. I think it's gotta be one of my favorite units so far due to the animations and the type of attacks he does. I mean, he literally fires a giant cannon. So I can do a lot of insanity with this guy. Let's go ahead and scream. This man's on fire. So, oh, look at that. He went insane and left because he was at the back of the bunch. Well, well, well. Time to die. Because, how about that? Dude, this battle went significantly better than some of the previous ones. And we got some ectoplasm, which looks like green jello to me. Can I drink it? And we've got some souls, which should allow us to upgrade our crypt. And look at this. The graveyard events, due to fighting in the arena, is this guy just leveled up. So that's freaking awesome. Who else do we want to level up? Probably this cannon guy. Actually, this guy, because he's weak, we'll need to alternate. I want to rotate them. We're going to have battle by committee. We can put the Dark Knight in. we've got a squad pretty much ready to go. Can have this Banshee and like everyone, the Banshee here in the Bride of Iratus, the Zombie, and the Dark Knight. That seems to be pretty decent. Leaving these guys to recuperate some of their lost health. We're gonna go back to the chamber. Now look at this map. This is, our quest has nearly just begun. There is so much to go. What does it look like at the end? The exit. Now this is a bit of like, there's a lot of different decisions and branching off points that we have to do. At some point, you're almost always, ooh, an elite squad? Now what type of soldier is that? What lies ahead of us is much of the same that we've been fighting. Ooh, but some of these are going to introduce new foes. I don't know what that is. That looks like a rock golem to me. So this is Iratus, Lord of the Dead. It is in full release as of today, April the 23rd. You can check it out on Steam. Click the link in the video description below. Let me know if you guys would like to see more, and thank you once again to Daedalic Entertainment for sponsoring this video. See you guys in the next video.